Okay, so the first card is dealing with a brown-haired man. He might be somebody that is just preventing you from moving forward because he's standing in front of the door here. So he's somebody that is important, that maybe opens the doors and provides you with an opportunity. So it's best to get on his good side, it seems, but it's somebody that you have to interact with soon. You're going through a state of confusion over here, trying to make a decision about what to do next. So you can see this man standing in the middle of a maze over here, really confused. You don't really know what the solution to your problem is or how to get out of it. Now, you seem to be very talented, and it might be that you need to use this talent in order to get to this man, to persuade him, whatever talent you have. You've got to display it, and maybe this is going to be the thing that gets you out of that particular pickle that you are in. So going in the past, you've got moving pretty quickly into the future. So you have been moving away from any kind of problems that you have been encountering. And, it's given you a lot of power in your hand. You have finally taken back your power, it seems, and you are now trying to move forward as well. But it seems like now you're encountering this man who's acting a little bit like an obstacle, preventing you from going forward. And it's making you feel really closed up, really, like you're very restricted. So he's presenting some kind of obstacle that is not allowing you to express yourself or not allowing you to get out of that situation. You're feeling a bit stuck going into the future. Now, it says you've got to have a lot of faith, and you might need to do some praying and, ask the universe to actually help you and guide you with this faith card. So that's the energies for that week. So you've got the Tower card, so something big coming in for you here. It's a big piece of information. You've got the big owl here, but it's going to cause a lot of disruption. You've got the storm clouds gathering. So things are starting to come together that are going to change or shift the energies. So it's almost like things are being set up, maybe things beyond your control that are being set up to cause a big disruption or big change in your life, to open the pathway to really break down all these walls and barriers, or whatever you've been building up is not really, something that is good for you. So maybe it's kept you very restricted, very isolated, and now something is coming in to shift these energies, a big change, a big event coming in to change things around. And these are really events that are beyond your control, things that are happening that you cannot control, but you are getting a big piece of information that will just, turn things around. So what's happening with you? You've got the Ace of Swords over here, and it is crossed by the Four of Swords. So, there might be some situation now. The Swords cards are, the energies of air. And so this is definitely you starting off something new. Now you might be taking, a new project on, or you might be doing something brand new. There's a lot of victory that comes with this Ace of Swords. So whatever problems you have, you are going to be sorting it out, and you are going to be conquering it. It might involve a lot of communication. So some sort of important message, something coming to light, and it's giving you the power in your hand, because this man's got the sword in his hand and he's ready to go into battle. So whatever information is coming to you is going to make you victorious, and it's giving you back the power that you may have lost in the past. And it's going to allow you to cut out the past and cut out the things that are not serving you anymore. And it's allowing you to fight that battle and win, because it's got, you've got the sword in your hand now. So it's a very important bit of information. With this Tower card, you can see there's an owl over here as well. So this sword representing information or truth, and this owl representing information or wisdom. So there's a very important piece of information that is coming, a very big, life-changing piece of information coming to you soon, and this is going to give you the power in your hand to conquer that problem. Now, you're pretty much stressed out about whatever's been happening, not sleeping well as too. You can see this little girl with this Four of Swords is awake. You've been trying to manifest. You've been spending all kinds of time maybe studying, trying to put projects together, and that's really tired you out. But you can't sleep because you're stressed about it. So whatever this problem is that you're trying to sort out has left you very, very anxious, and unable to really get any rest. Maybe you're having nightmares. Maybe you're having anxiety attacks over it. So it's left you very, very stressed. A time that you need to actually take a little bit of a break. With the Four of Swords, it also talks about some stress-induced illnesses, and you need to get your health back in order as well. So in the past, you've got the 10 of Pentacles over here. It looks like you've ended an old job. You may have, reached the highest point that you can possibly have reached with it. You've got a Master Magician over here, manifesting whatever they want. But that cycle is now finished. So you seem to have finished, maybe you finished the end of your training, or you finished in a particular position, and that happened in the last year. And you're now ready to move on. You had you've fully trained up. You've got all the skills necessary so that you could move on to something else. So that work cycle seems to have come to an end. So in the last 3 months, you've got the Page of Pentacles coming, maybe a new job offer coming in for you over here quite quickly. And maybe there was new study as well. Page of Pentacles is also talking about money management and study. So maybe something coming in for you that as a message or a offer that has come in for you regarding money or regarding further education. What's on your mind is taking control of that situation. This is you. This is what you want to do. You want to take control, and you don't want to listen to what anybody's got to say. If somebody's against whatever you've got to say, it looks like, she's skewered this little gremlin on her sword. So if there's any problems, you are sorting it out then and there and getting rid of it as soon as possible, and you're taking control. You're doing it all by yourself. The Queen of Swords tends to be a lone person, so usually, a divorcee or somebody who's separated by a single person. And so that is what you're doing. You're handling it by yourself, and you're taking control of that situation by yourself. And it's a position of authority, so you're not taking any suggestions from anybody else. Now, going into the future, you've got the Hermit card over here, so concentrating and focusing a lot on your work. The Hermit also talks about studying, but spending a lot of time alone by yourself, with your books, with your work, being very focused, being very single-minded about whatever you're doing. And it's something that involves a lot of information. You've got the bird over here sitting close to his head, so you're communicating a lot and you're working a lot with information as well, and that's going into the future. So what's going on with you? You're trying to sort out problems between you and people around you. There's a lot of arguments. You're facing stiff competition in whatever you're doing. Maybe if this is rods and it's happening in your work situation, then you are facing a lot of stiff competition and people are giving you a lot of grief. Maybe they are not supporting everything that you've got to say, and they're making you fight for whatever you believe in. So you're having to present your case and come up with reasons as to why you're presenting it in this kind of way. So it's you're facing quite a tough time as far as your work goes. If this is your relationship, then then your partner is also causing a little bit of problems. If this is a family situation, then there's a lot of arguments and disputes going on around you. So what's happening around you? You've got the World card over here, so you'll definitely come to an end of a cycle over here, a work cycle, and you're definitely moving on. So you've got two tens, two completion cards here. You've got the 10 of Pentacles where you ended a work cycle, and you've got the World card over here where you've definitely ended a job cycle. Or you also might be thinking about traveling, moving on, getting something, a more stable kind of job where you have more communication with people on a broader spectrum, like some, people from the world, really. So you are trying to get into some kind of position where you have more international connections, more travel, and you'll be more abundant for it, because this is a card ruled by Saturn. So it is something that is very stable and very long term. And it looks like that's the position that you're vying for at the moment. So what's happening with you? You want to make a brand new start. You might be thinking about going and doing further studying over here. You've got all these books over here. He's got his little bag. So you might be thinking of traveling to study, or you want to do something that involves further education, and you want to start a brand new project or start something brand new. And with the World card below it, it looks like you're definitely ending this cycle, and now you're planning on doing something brand new, taking maybe a brand new path or maybe a new direction, but it's going to need further training, and you are aware of that. So you've got the 5 of Cups over here. So you have this is a card a little bit of about regret, the things that you didn't finish. So it looks like you are thinking of going and doing further studying. You can see this boy's on the book, so contemplating doing further training or further education as well. You might be also sitting back and regretting the things that you didn't complete, and that's what you want to go and do. So you're really thinking hard and reviewing all your options, and it looks like studying is a big part of that, or further education. So you've got the Strength card over here that is showing that you've got somebody that you're dealing with that is quite difficult. a difficult person that you're dealing with, a difficult problem that you're dealing with. You've had some disappointment. You've tried to manifest it, but maybe it hasn't quite worked out how you wanted to. And now you're trying to sort it out. You're trying to use all your strength to sort it out. You're using every bit of information that you have in your hand to try and sort this problem or this person out. You've got the Hierophant over here that is talking about further studying or further education, and maybe this is the thing you do want to go on further and go and study further. So maybe getting involved in an institute. You might be wanting to take on a teaching role as well. The Hierophant does talk about teaching, at like a university kind of level. This is also getting advice, doing a lot of research, getting on the internet, doing higher education with the Hierophant. So maybe this is what has been playing on your mind as well. So you are thinking about going and doing further studying, and it looks like you want to get into some kind of teaching job, and it looks like that is going to be coming through for you. Maybe this new job that you want to do when you end this work cycle is going back into that kind of arena where you're teaching people or, giving out information. Maybe you're going off as a consultant as well, where people come to you and ask you for advice or ask you for your expert knowledge, because it seems like with the World card, you reach the top of your profession over here and you're now expert at it, and maybe you want to go off on your own and be a consultant where people come to you and ask you for advice. So you're getting into that kind of phase soon. But whatever you're doing, it's going to be where you deal with a lot of information, because the Hermit is a card ruled by Mercury, and you'll be spending a lot of time by yourself. So maybe doing a lot of research or putting out a lot of information as well, because the Mercury also, rules communication. So the first card is Rejoice. It's finally time to, the drama in your life is over. Time to celebrate, rejoice, and go on in your life in a creative way, a newfound freedom financially, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. So time for celebration. It looks like all that drama is now over. It's now behind you, and you need to now move on. You've got guilt over here. You seem to be harboring guilt over the past, such as a divorce or children or actions. Seek solutions or move on. And learn how to overcome guilt and to forgive yourself. Prayer heals. So if you're feeling any guilt about any kind of divorce situation that happened, guilt about how you handled your children, they say it's time for you to actually move on and learn to forgive yourself. And the last one is cleansing. This card indicates letting go of the past, going through a process of self-cleansing and self-awareness. An inner knowledge develops, bringing a new outlook and a new beginning. So new beginnings coming in for you. You've got to lay that past to rest. You've got to forgive yourself, and you've got to walk away from it. And it looks like it is a time for you to rejoice, because things are going to be going your way now. All that drama is now behind you. So that's a good way, to be ending the year, that, you are making new beginnings and you are moving on finally. And it looks like things are going to go your way. You seem to be making choosing a different career path, and it's going to be something that's more based on a teaching kind of career. So it looks like, you are now making positive steps forward.